4 left in the field then for the compound men's competition, and it's time for semi-final number 1. Let's go down to the shooting line.
On target number 1, representing Austria, Stefan Heincz. On target number 2, representing Mexico, Miguel Becerra. The line judge for this matchup is Christina Anna Reitmeyer.
So certainly a new face at the business end of competitions in this season with Stefan Heincz and Miguel Becerra, Austria and Mexico going up against each other. But you'd have to fancy on paper Miguel Becerra, but let's not forget that Heincz, the Austrian, has beaten Jaukar, a stage winner this season.
Yeah, well, there's a reason he's here. He had a really high ranking as well. I think he showed his 711 in his qualification round.
Yeah, ranked 9th.
Yeah, so very impressive score. And well, he shot himself through to the final 4s in good weather as well. So that means you have to shoot really well. It's not like a very windy stage where you can kind of, sneak your way through the eliminations.
Dieter of a 9 for Heincz. That is a much better start from Miguel Becerra. Not quite on the spider, but not far off.
Nine.
So solid 29s from the pair of them to start things off. A little recap on where we're at with it in terms of World Cup qualifying for the finals in Hermosillo. Stage winners Bazansky, who's in this final 4, Verma and Jaukar, Slovakia, and 2 Indians qualified by winning the previous stages. We knew as of yesterday that Schlosser, Fullerton and Lutz have qualified via the ranking system. And the situation here is, if Bazansky wins again, gets another stage when he opens up a ranking slot, and at the moment it looks like that's going to go to Sawyer Sullivan of the USA. But the other 3 in this final 4, including Heincz and Becerra here, who have never met before on the international circuit, if they were to win, they'd qualify through the world ranking. John Pizarro, the other member of that trio.
Yeah, and that's their only ticket to the finals. They have no shot at getting there with ranking points, so they need to win this stage. So like you said, Bazansky wins, Sawyer Sullivan will punch a ticket to the finals. If Becerra, Heincz or Pizarro wins, they will get their respective tickets.
All square going into the second end. Intriguing battle, this one.
9. No.
Yeah, and like we saw in the previous match, the gold medal match for the women, the wind is going to play a factor in this match. You can see that they're kind of being blown around a little bit. So I think the deciding factor in this match is who is going to be able to deal with their side not being still in the middle the best. Obviously, Stefan Heincz is not as experienced on the finals venue as Miguel Becerra is. And I think that's also maybe showing now, although look at the wind on his bow right now.
to 3 seconds, but manages to pull out another 10, the best one of the 3, in fact. You're quite right to sort of cut yourself off there and say, look at that. I mean, the stabilizer was moving in about a 5 centimeter diameter.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind, like let's say their sight is about a meter from their eye. They're shooting at 15 meters of distance, so every millimeter of movement is 50 millimeters, so 5 centimeters on the target. And that's how small the margins are. Typically speaking, the sight will probably be like 85 centimeters from their face, but like it's just going to get multiplied by the distance that they're shooting from.
And when they're looking down the sight, they're sort of looking at they're just waiting for that dot to hit in the middle of the target, essentially.
Well, most of the archers won't time their shot when the sight will hit the middle of the target, because then that's a very easy way to develop target panic. So you just have to deal with the fact that the sight is kind of moving around the middle, and you want to kind of have that movement stay small and not too twitchy, because then it's very
it's unpredictable then.
Yeah, unpredictable. That was the word I was looking for.
Where it's going to go, yeah. I understand. Yeah.
So you kind of want to have like a kind of a relaxed, slow movement of the sight, and then as soon as the shot breaks, your body will automatically steer the arrow towards the middle. So that's also one of the reasons we see a lot of archers have a lot of weight on their bows, because that just makes that sight kind of move a bit slower. The more mass weight you put on your bow, the slower the sight will move. Granted, you can actually lift the amount of weight that you put on the bow, because you need to be able to lift it not just for a couple shots, but for the whole day, and not get tired from it.
Another drop point there for Heincz. Came in 2 points down on Becerra.
And this is just super impressive. With you can see by the amount of movement on their bows that this is not super easy, although this shot seems relatively wind still. But Miguel is just dealing with it like a pro.
Yeah, he looks very stable here. Another perfect from him for an 89, plays 86. Just 2 ends to go. Can Heincz catch up?
It's going to be a difficult task ahead of him. It's not only that there's a 3-point deficit for him, but it's also just Miguel is just shooting so well.
Looking strong, looking sharp in semifinal matchup number 1. And we do remember his performance in Medellin in 2022, Miguel Becerra, leading the nation of Colombia with its silver medal in individual competition as well. Did he have a chance at shooting for gold yet again? And World Cup play, he answered a couple of arrows. 89 to 86. As we head over to the crowds, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a big Mexican contingent here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mexico's Miguel Becerra.
Becerra in control of the match with 2 ends to go. But we've seen before, you can't write anyone off.
No, it's so difficult, especially with these circumstances, to keep your lead going. And we saw it in the in the compound women's matches as well, where in the last end a couple points can be dropped.
Good. Nine. Good.
Well, that perhaps offers a glimmer of hope to Stefan Heincz. For the first time in the match, it's looking like Becerra is just starting to feel that pressure. Heincz looking for Becerra to drop another point here to give him a chance in the final end.
He has the wind on his side.
How did he get away with that? I mean, that's incredible shooting, really, from the Mexican.
Yeah, and also the first cheeky smile we see from him. He has like a very, I don't want to say scary face when he's shooting, like, but he has like a determined look on him when he's shooting, and you can see there, like, he decided that arrow was gonna go. That was not waiting for the shot. That was making that shot go in the middle. And I think rightfully so, he had a little bit of a smile when he got off the line there.
So Becerra from Mexico in control this as we wait for the arrows to be retrieved from the target and a final end to come. And Stefan Heincz, who's done really well to make this final four, is watching his chances of qualifying for the World Cup final in Mexico. Wither away against a Mexican.
Yeah, again, 3 points deficit. We still have 3 arrows to go, so I mean, anything could still happen, but it's very unlikely that Miguel, well, he has been faced with difficult winds to shoot in. It just has left him unfazed almost. So, very small chance of this still going Stefan Heinz's way, but I wouldn't say give up. Just keep going, and you never know what's going to happen.
It's 1 point regained.
Centro y que se vaya. Al frente.
Good way to finish for Stefan Heincz at 145. Means at least a 9 is required from Miguel Becerra. Quick arrow as well, and straight into the 10. And a 147 out of a 150 in what were tricky conditions right at the beginning. It looked like it just got a little bit easier in the last couple of ends. But Miguel Becerra lives up to his higher ranking in the world to go through to the gold medal match. His chances of qualifying as a stage winner are still alive.
Yeah, it might be that he's not too worried about becoming a stage winner and punching his ticket to the finals, because he might already know if he's going or not, but we don't. So, like, for us, it's still going to be, you know, it's going to add up some nerves for him, because he needs to still qualify for the World Cup final. But then again, it's going to be in Mexico, and
could he get the host nation place?
Yeah, it seems like he would be the first contender for the host nation place.
You've got to think so, haven't you?